everybody, it's Miscensure if you are not sure, and welcome back to another Overwatch video where today we're going to be discussing something that we were dropped upon recently, which is the PTR update and the developer update. So let's get straight into it. So the gist of the developer update, because it's pretty much covering just one topic, is the inclusion of the server browser. So pretty much if you play games like Counter-Strike, you already know what this is. So basically people can set up games, different modes, and they also introduce where you have more variables. So it seems like you can change per team or change different abilities and, you know, just basic custom game stuff. And so those servers go into a server browser and you can search per type what kind of game mode you want. Like if you just want to go into a game where Widowmaker can hook across the map and has infinite grappling hook, you can do that. You can also go into matches, you can scrim, and you can also get these different warm-up matches where you could say you could just go McCree and get headshots only. So that's pretty much the gist of the developer update, and the fact that capture the flag, it seems, is going to be staying into the custom games, and that you can change different variables with it too. In the sense, like if you don't like how the fact that you can still score the flag while the other team has your flag, you can change that. You also can get rid of different characters in the capture the flag. You can alter where if somebody uses a jump ability, let's say if you use Winston's leap or Farah's jump jet, they drop the flag. So there's a bunch of different variables, and that should help the game get balanced out in a sense. So that's going to be very exciting to see what happens from that, and hopefully we can get a capture flag that is perfect for the community in the future. Now the main thing I want to talk about is the PTR, because this is introducing a lot of interesting stuff. So I think one of the most important and gladful things that is going to be in this is the change to Ana, which is something very barely, but it's called the Nano Boost sensitivity, which allows people to choose their target before you go and Nano Boost them. I think this is amazing, because I can't tell you how many times that I've accidentally done a Boostio or Battle Mercy ult, and this will definitely help out and give you a second chance before you mess up, because in the heat of combat, sometimes, like whenever I play Ana and we're in a critical team fight, I just press Q on whoever. And the fact is, sometimes I get a Battle Mercy or a Boostio, and that's not really the idea I want. So I'm glad that's happening. So the different thing that we're gonna have here is Bastion. We talked about this in my last video, and this is gonna be something very interesting. So the sentry turret, deploy time decreased from 1.5 to 1 second, bullet spread increased by 50%, bullet spread is always at maximum if it no longer increases as the weapon is fired, magazine increased from 200 to 300, headshot damage multiplier has been removed, and no longer deals critical damage. So they're definitely making this into a tank buster, and something that you can get in really fast, because it takes forever to get in sentry mode. And this is definitely going to help a lot, because that maximum bullet spread, you're going to be mowing down the whole team at once. And the fact that it has the larger magazine size, it's gonna be interesting to see how much this helps Bastion. But I think this is a good idea, so it just doesn't seem like that move. The sentry turret is the only good thing you can do, and so you can move around a lot more, and you're just a whole lot more viable and movable and valuable to your team. So also they did a change to the recon, which is the bullet spread is decreased by 25%, and the magazine size increased from 20 to 25. We could see this coming because nobody uses recon. It spreads way too much. You would have to be in somebody's face, and you don't want to do that because you can't get out, and it takes forever to get into sentry mode. So this is a change that needed to happen. Self-repair is now changed. Can now be used while moving. Now bound to secondary fire, formerly ability 2. No longer interrupted by taking damage, and a new resource meter that has been added to deplete while self-repair is active and recharges when not used. So it's pretty much like D.Va's defense matrix. Like I was saying in the other video, it could be broken if it's not in the same kind of way that D.Va's defense matrix work, but if he deals so much damage, that would be a problem too, if he can just heal that so fast, like how D.Va had so much armor. So this is going to be interesting. I think right now it looks like, just like glancing at this, is going to be good, but time will tell. Also, the configuration tank no longer grants a bonus armor, so he's going to be stuck with the same health. I'm going to assume he goes up to full health, which I hope. I don't know how I feel about this, but at the same time, I do, because the tank, just like Torb, it seems kind of impossible to kill sometimes. But if you're Ryan or some of these other tank characters or whatever, they can shield the tank, and it's not a big deal. So we're going to have to tell it and see how this goes. But one of the things I think is most interesting is Bastion has a new passive, the Ironclad. Bastion takes 35% less damage while in sentry or tank configuration. That is pretty much going to balance that nerf to the tank, but also really help the sentry mode since it's not going to be dealing the same damage and you can be able to move out of it so much. I think this is going to be a good idea. We're going to have to see how this goes though. This is definitely something really, really interesting. I don't know how to feel about it. The next change is the D.Va and her defense matrix. Projectiles like Roadhog's chain hook or Tracer's pulse bomb no longer need to travel a minimum distance before they can be blocked. I don't know why this wasn't introduced already, because that would really help out D.Va players, because if you can just go in and save your friend from a Roadhog hook from the damage, that would be amazing. I don't know why this was already a thing, and I'm glad this is in. The next thing is to Mei, her cryo freeze. Mei can now be targeted by allies while on cryo freeze, which pretty much means that before you couldn't heal a Mei if she was in her ice block by Ana like shooting at her. This kind of always questioned me, because it made them seem like they had to stall for that sense because they couldn't get healed. So I think this will remove a little bit of the stalling, and I'm glad that this happened, because it's pretty much a barrier for a second so your team can know like, hey, heal me up, I'm about to die, so they can get back in there because she's a good DPS. Now this is going to be very, very interesting, and this is a Mercy. Resurrect. While performing a Resurrect, Mercy now becomes temporarily invulnerable along with the allies being revived. This is going to seriously buff her. I don't know how this is going to be. The fact that a lot of the problem is that once you get resurrected, sometimes you just die immediately, and this is really going to help that sense out, but I feel like it's going to make Mercy seem like a way more valuable pick, because she won't die too, so she can get back in and actually heal. Instead of just, most of the time, you wouldn't heal, or no, you would resurrect and then you would die. This is going to be very, very interesting. I don't know if this will make it through. I don't know how long this will last. This is very interesting. And this one, this is just kind of weird, but whatever. With her staff, Zenyatta can no longer be targeted when Transcendence is active. I don't know if this like made his healing more viable. Whatever, just don't worry about that. But some of these other two options are pretty much the same, in line with Ana and getting to choose their targets better, which is our Guardian Angel sensitivity, allowing players to adjust Guardian Angel's targeted sensitivity and the beam sensitivity, allowing players to adjust sensitivity on her staff beams. So pretty much you get it more accurate, because sometimes you would try to heal somebody get in the way, you couldn't save them. So that's pretty much going to fix it. This sensitivity is also happening to Sombra, Widowmaker, Zarya, and Zenyatta. So it pretty much makes you more accurate. That's all it is. It's just you get to choose who it is instead of just pressing, and you know, it just seems more accurate. That's the gist of it. Rivet Gun, the animation's slower now. I think this is good because Torb, it takes him forever to load, but he does still quite a bit of damage. I don't know if it really helped him that much. It's one of more of those beneficial things. Just makes you feel good, but I don't think it really mattered that much. Then the last change we're going to get into is Eichenwald, a second gate that no longer closes after the payload passes through the castle doors. Instead, a rubble from the damaged doorway partially blocks the entrance. This is good. I don't know why you would have to pick through two doorways that are just thin. You would, for example, Reinhardt, hammer down, team kill. That's it. That's so good that they left an open pathway for the attackers, because the defense is so easy to hold defense there, but attacking, it really seems like the struggle sometimes, because you only have those two pathways and you can easily block them. So I'm glad they're changing that stuff. Other than that, there's just some bug fixes, but that's pretty much the gist of this update. So I hope you guys are excited, and hopefully some PTR content to come if you want to see it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, safe sails and bye bye.